My wife is trying to destroy the army again. I told her not on trash night. Ugh. All right, we're back. We're definitely down some more people tonight. They're dropping like flies. I have nothing to do with it. I promise.
The doubt?
Shy, discretion is the better part of valor. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, let's do some introductions, dive right into it. Let's see here. If Saz was a white man from Florida, it'd be Little Sharky.
Hey y'all, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I will offer you a Werther's original if you register to vote.
Those are really good, though.
Oh, I miss those.
Well, you know what you need to do then.
I mean, those and chocolate reason.
Damn, that's a throwback. My updated voter registration is coming in the mail any day now.
Perfect.
Also, coming in the mail any day now, it's Chrisseries.
You weren't supposed to tell them I was mailing myself to you.
You know, up until 1898, you used to be able to mail children via USPS.
Yeah, that's how you got to Grandma's house.
Absolutely. Enjoy your summer vacation, little Billy.
Then somebody had to go and ruin it for us all.
I'm not wrong.
It was me, and I'm not
what the actual
apologizing.
story is there? Because I don't.
While you introduce yourself, I'll look it up.
My name's Chris Reese. I lead the raid group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. I also do RPG long plays, and yeah, and I'm fucking around with Guild Wars 2.
I didn't find anything in a 10-second Google search, and their AI is useless. I just honestly straight up ignore anything that's like, oh, AI. Here's our AI-related answer. Yeah, well, here's my, you know what, just pants crab.
Did they tell you to cook with glue?
Yeah.
Seems legit.
Ooh. Who wants to ban the bot? Speaking of banning, surprisingly, Shy is allowed out. Even though Lon isn't here to supervise, everyone say hello to Shy and encourage her to not act out on stream.
I am Shy. I'm an ninja girl, and I'm actually in charge, so don't tell Lon. You can usually catch me appearing here for voice acting, and on Wednesdays also here for Fallout 76, also with Lon, who sends her absolute best, and we hope that she feels a lot better in the next couple of days. Computer viruses are a hell of a thing, I know.
She got
as
stuck
for
on the
myself-
Sibian again, didn't she?
Comment.
That's a yes.
Mm-hmm.
As for myself, I have my Final Fantasy XIV playthrough, I have Stardew Valley, I've got a whole lot of other stuff lined up, if only OBS would do the same thing. So yeah, I hope to get into stuff in the next month or two, and until then, hey, I'm happy getting some of Kyosa's time.
And, well, you know me. I'm here. Give you the links. There's Discord, the YouTube, Tea with Adagio. Check out my wife's cool stuff. Otherwise, you're missing out on it. And if you want to support the stream, double cooking votes till the end of the month. Enjoy the Throne wish list.
The postmaster heard about the incident and an inquiry someone had made that month about mailing children So he basically, it was testing the limits, and people shut it down once it finally got known.
Well, you know, someone's got to ruin the fun every time. Speaking of ruining the fun, did anyone else?
Jersey on Wednesday.
No. Did anyone else take a massive rip of DMT and hold it, and then try and figure out what the hell Twitch was doing with September? Because that is a decision of all time that has been made by someone.
Well,
I missed
okay,
this one.
so the logic behind it is if they make it impossible to use, you won't use it, but then they can still say they didn't kill September.
Yep. Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. The best way to describe it is just the still image of Charlie in the sorting room trying to figure out who Pepe Sylvia is. Anyway, long form of that joke is Charlie actually can't read, and it's Pennsylvania.
Huh.
Yeah. Do I need to give you all like the visual representation for the meme?
Please
Is that-
don't give me any visuals.
Is that Charlie in the Candy Mountain?
What? No, not Candy Mountain. Charlie, it's Always Sunny.
Ah.
Charlie Always Sunny meme. I guarantee it's the first one.
Unexplained
It's the
why I
first
don't
one.
know
It's the
anything
first
about
one.
this meme.
I remember that guy from Pacific Rim 2.
Rim job
You fucking
boogaloo.
save Sharky.
What? What'd you say, Chris Reese?
I don't remember.
Good answer.
Like, I actually forgot already.
That's okay. Right. We'll dive back in. We're without Oni and without Lon, so we'll need to fill in, well, I guess just whatever Lon's part was and keep the casting as it were last week.
Well, I have to do my Oni Hart does an impression of Ryu from Street Fighter impression here. Oh boy.
Honda Civic.
Just so. Plenty of time if your destination of intent is the loo.
Ooh, you mean the bathroom?
Sheesh. At least include enough time to wash our hands.
See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers shall be attacked by my hawk.
Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 30-second recess before the battle begins.
I declare Prosecutor Blackwell the winner of this round of Simon Says.
Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor is running the show. Does it?
April 18th, 10:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
He busted out of his shackles.
Yeah, what was all that about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to, huh?
Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Tenmataro impersonator at the manor.
What's with that guy in the whole samurai act anyway?
Oh boy. I believe this was just Oni being himself. Am I taking this one, or do either of you two want it? Hold on, I have to swallow this microphone and do my best Seth impression now.
I got it. Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, wait, let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence for like the 9th time. I suppose it could wait till later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up.
Remember what Blackwell said, Apollo. Don't be late.
Apollo gets stuck in the bathroom. It turns into R. Kelly's closet.
April 18th, 3 minutes later. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, a maid at QB Manor. I almost did it again.
Mm-hmm.
I believe by now we can proceed now. If the witness is ready, that is.
Miriam, leader of the 100 demons. He really does exist.
Oh yeah, it's like absolute hilarity.
Wow, that is one well-polished tray.
The witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. What is it, my child?
Egon Nuraihan, leader of the 100 demons.
Oh, you think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as a judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will.
Boo.
How dare you, sir?
Eek. My charm has no effect.
Even the due process? I'm not sure I can see that one.
Only because you're looking with your eyes. Now, you little scamp. Yes. I trust you know why you're here. Bags?
Yeah. Bags of crack cocaine.
Bags? Oh, that tricksy Tanuki. Try the noodle stand. And go enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it.
You know, everyone's a comedian.
No, I meant your bags. The ones under your eyes. You must also have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azukai Rei away. Azukiari? The yokai that washes Azuki beans?
Oh yeah, I've seen her. She's pretty cute.
The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck when I take his head clean off.
That's not his job, though.
Azukiara often keep people up at night with the noise he makes, washing beans. But if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him or anything else ever again. That's so. Suppose I should thank you.
Looks like Prosecutor Blackwell got more than he bargained for.
You know, they're bad enough alone, but together, these two are just plain creepy.
Your testimony, if you please, Miss Tenma. Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene.
What Jinxie saw?
I see Tenmataro in the Fox Chamber. Well, I open the door. Yes, now I remember. Yokai right there in the room.
Wow, that was useful. Thank you so much. So, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime?
Lots of them.
I don't like her teeth. They need to stop showing these characters' teeth.
Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenmataro happen to be among them?
I don't know. Still know. All I know is that the room was swimming in yokai. Asha, Norikabe, Seto Taisho, Naruto, Sasuke, Goku, they were all there.
Well, this is an unexpected turns of events. We've gone from no yokai to a flood of them.
This is ludicrous.
Move, bitch. That's ludicrous.
You would have this court listen to the delusional little scamp's testimony.
Dude!
Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear. But a quick therapy session should ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course.
Wouldn't this be coaching the witness?
What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Mrs. Sykes. Coach the witness as much as you like.
You sure you know what you're doing, Athena?
She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene. And fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. Regular ball of confusion.
Alright.
Alright.
But my analytical, psychology-based approach should be able to help.
Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Just kidding, I don't give a shit. Fuck you.
It makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt this will matter. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land.
This dude's a weeb.
Nani?
I'll show you.
Did she boot it by drawing a fucking smiley face?
Yeah. Hey, at least it runs better than the 13th gen 900K.
Are you sure about that?
Why?
Well, because it looked like it just arrowed out as soon as it booted, which seems like a 13900K.
True.
Oh look, it's Danganronpa. Did I see Tenmataro? When I opened the door, I saw. Now I remember. Yes. Yokai right there in that room.
Something. Looks like an out-of-control emotion.
Athena, what are we looking at here?
A cat on fire with a chandelier. SpongeBob having a threesome with two goblins.
Sorry, what?
Oh,
I
this?
zoned out and heard SpongeBob in a threesome with two goblins.
You
Oh,
missed
yeah.
what was on the left side of that screen.
It's one of Widget's functions.
Oh, what? Making fan art of Gex kissing Goofy on the mouth and society will fucking crumble?
Adorable.
Right here, you can see images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice.
Whoa! You mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy.
Unfortunately, all I'm
That
getting
was,
is
in
an
fact, a
overflow
cat,
error right now.
a fire cat on a chandelier.
See how sad is brightly lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. Seems the sheer terror she experienced has made her a confused mess.
So,
What I
Oh.
tell you, Chrissy?
Yeah.
yeah, that is. Wow. So, all those yokai she thinks she saw are a product of rampant emotions?
Yes, that's right. Her fear has instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. And the trauma in Jinxie's case is fear.
So, she was, and still is, seeing ordinary objects as yokai?
We'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Now let's see. Hello, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one.
Why that one? That one's cool as shit. Better than SpongeBob's wicked goblin threesome.
Start by pressing probe, left button. Next, point to what's causing Jinxie's out of control emotion. Finally, hit probe again, Y button, to try to get to the heart of the matter.
Okay, well, let's give this a try.
Got it!
Jinxie, what's the name for that yokai on a Wheel of Fire?
That's Akasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the aldermans.
It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation.
Exactly. It's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime that she's mistaking for Akasha. Apollo, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai on a Wheel of Fire.
I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you have possibly mistaken this for Akasha?
Take that!
You know, a common fucking chandelier?
The light fixture?
Yeah, this one right here. It has a flame design and is up there on the ceiling. There was never a yokai on a Wheel of Fire. The Akasha you saw was just a light fixture.
Yeek.
That's one memory back to normal. Nice job. Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Do my job for me.
Jinxie, what about this white wall-like monster?
That's Norikabe, It's a wall monster that blocks your way, or has threesome with goblins.
That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen.
Yeek!
And this raccoon dog isn't a tanuki monster. It's just a statue of one.
Yeek!
And look, these are just coffee cups. And this right here, it's nothing more than a fox statue.
Yeek! I don't know what I was thinking.
How did that metal plate just fracture into pieces?
You did it, Apollo. Her extreme fear is under control now.
Are you sure about that?
It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai after all.
See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. And just like we thought, there never really were any yokai in the Fox Chamber.
Right. There never really were any yokai there. So, the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original statement.
You idiot. Wait, Jinxie, what about Temataro?
There wasn't anyone there dressed up as Tenmataro or any other yokai either. I remember it clearly now.
You've got to be joking!
Order in the court.
Okay, idea, MPT. You take the cat wheel and you just put sparklers around the outside of it. Flaming cat wheel. I think we just dug our own grave.
Allow me to push you in. It's the least I can do.
No?
Can I interrupt your freak out for just a minute? I'm still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion.
Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet?
Exactly. We should be able to get something else out of her.
Is it her teeth?
I'll enter the new information we have and run an update.
I was so scared when I entered the room. My legs gave out. I fell onto the floor.
That one shouldn't be there. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear?
Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage right then.
You did. Where did it come from?
Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me.
Okay, I'll enter sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Ah, look.
Okay, what am I looking at here?
Hello, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now.
A sudden burst of courage. Now where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage?
Yes, there was, but, I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later.
Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage?
Yes. Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. I wonder if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime. Jinxie, did your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this flower? Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a Ninetales flower there at the scene, did you?
Ah! The demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of a nine-tails flower on it. I liked it so much, I kept it.
You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene!
That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant.
I like those teeth.
Sorry.
It does appear to be some sort of case. Look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. A key. A key.
Might I have a look, your baldness? Ah. This is none other than the master key to QB Manor.
Okay, how does he know that, though?
I am a master of unlocking.
Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackquill? That would be awfully convenient.
It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. Also, I've played a lot of Resident Evil 1. I'm a big Jill fan.
A master key that went missing? Oh man, why don't I like the sound of that?
Our little scamp here stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence.
That's a little melodramatic, don't you think?
Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The soul key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's possession the entire time. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder. Which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl.
I'm sorry, your point is?
Until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there was no one else in there, save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured it out by yourself by now. A killer other than Mayor Tenma himself is inconceivable.
No, it's actually not true. We're gonna take 45 minutes to get to that point.
Objection!
Could this happen? Mm.
The defense assistant will refrain from growling our frustrations.
Dina, are you okay?
I know Mayor Tenma's innocent, but there's nothing we can do.
This sucks.
Sykes Dono, allow me to put you out of your misery.
Can I decline your offer?
Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and clean conscience come rushing into you. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept.
Great. Now he's playing Simon Says with us. He's not gonna fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks.
Now I'm the one who's dazed and confused. I can't even think straight.
Well, you're a lesbian.
Think gay, and it'll all come into focus.
Well, are you alright? You did kind of fall right into his trap.
Now I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared and your conscience cleansed.
Objection!
Be back in 10.
No. Stay with me. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai.
Apollo?
Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it that you object to?
Huh? Oh, right. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena.
The court is waiting, Mr. Justice, though as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect, if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case?
Well, actually, I do. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
Hello, you do have something more than your cords of steel, don't you?
Not really. But I do have this gun I found, so we'll be fine.
But
Objection!
But I've got absolutely nothing. Oh, but that's never stopped me before. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. Because it's all over if I don't.
Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box. Get some Taco Bell.
Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is, too. It's not like we've had a locked room puzzle in every court case, you know?
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument?
You bet I do. The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another.
Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono.
Well, time to do or die. Literally.
The defense will now explain how it would be possible to escape a locked room with clear windows in it.
You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened?
Yeah, it's super easy. I'm fine. We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from, the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so?
The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's up too high, and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it.
Oh, not like those tables or chairs or anything. Okay.
And needless to say, the Forbidden Chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out.
Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best. We need to rule out all the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then, whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox Chamber was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here. This door, right here.
The hallway door? Well, yeah, I suppose that would be the only way out.
Objection. The witness is not Solid Snake. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came on scene was within that locked door.
There's 2 keys.
How would one exit the Fox Chamber and then lock it without a key? Damn it.
I should have seen this coming.
Remember Apollo? Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Simple, right, like you. I can understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but...
Well, Mr. Justice, the prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly. I'm totally okay with him murdering you.
I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked was because... Locked from the outside, idiots. What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door and then locked it. Would you... Enough.
Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked Fox Chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact.
Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside. But the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction.
Only we could explain both. Wowee. Like how the key could be inside the room and be used to lock the door from outside.
Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackquill draws his sword. How could the master key be at the scene despite the room being locked tight?
Threw it through the air duct. Oh my god, it's literally the only option. It's either out the window or out the air duct. What if someone threw it into the room from outside? You know, something like go out the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back in through the window. That would explain how the master key could be inside the locked room.
And where would you throw it from? There's a cliff outside the Fox Chamber's window. Throwing the key and then from there is an impossibility.
Yeah, if your name's Kirk Cousins. Oh, right. You know,
I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window.
somewhere other than the window? He's with Atlanta now. Could the key have been tossed in through somewhere other than the window?
Take that!
The air vent?
Yeah. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not.
Oh, that's right. The Fox Chamber's air duct leads out into the hallway.
That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the Fox chamber, then dropped the key into the room through the vent inside the chamber.
Preposterous.
Oh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly.
Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. Unrelated to the case, I think I'm getting dementia. Can you help?
I mean, that's a common occurrence with people your age. Don't worry. I'll explain it so even your honor can understand. First, the real killer, disguised as Ten Mataro, murdered the alderman in the Fox chamber. Then, they fled the room through the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent outside in the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. All that was left to do after that was to go back through the duct and flee the manor. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer?
Amazing. Even I could follow that. You're guilty.
The judge seems really pleased.
That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Ten Mataro, and there was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in the room.
Looks like that lawyer built that jailwood prosecutor. What a turnabout.
That massive forehead of his seems much more attractive now. Oh, wow, game. That was real nice. Now that I've proved a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty.
Silence!
Silence! Valiant effort, Justice. But your final thrust has missed its mark.
Huh?
Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz right out the front door?
That's exactly what happened. The killer fled from the... I swear to God.
But that's impossible without being spotted by the foyer's security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Ten Mataro anywhere in the security footage.
What?
Save for the foyer entrance, there is no other way to flee the manor, is there?
I don't feel so good.
Wait, believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. Do you like my One Piece teeth?
True.
There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera.
Hey, you're right.
Silence.
Must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? It seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliff side of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one.
Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? What the heck, Wright?
Ha! I suppose your next proposal is the killer sprouted wings and flew off into the sunset.
That would mean the killer really was a yokai.
If only we had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer.
Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be.
What? You're saying you can prove the killer could fly?
Whoa! I thought I was the one with the cords of steel.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Your Honor?
Take that.
Yeah. Take a look at this special edition paper. Did Chrissy fall asleep?
Taro, real or flight of fantasy? What does this article prove, Mr. Justice?
The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fled out the window?
Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting.
Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer, disguised as Temataro, flew away, by some way or another.
Silence.
It is your brain that has flown the coop. That image is not but trick photography or some other form of artifice.
Okay then, how about the Temataro figure Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into thin air.
No, there is a rational, common sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai our tricksy Tanuki witnessed never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye.
She? I don't like where this is going one bit.
Now, the fact that we know the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber means that it was likely either Mayor Damian Tenma or his daughter Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at that time.
Not good. Not good at all.
Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice? The falsified yokai remnants. And the appearance of Tenma Taro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma.
What? No!
Order, order. The defense will stop competing for the greatest freakout ever.
The little scamp was no doubt simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade.
Prosecutor Blackwell's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out a window.
Did you truly believe this could end any other way?
Did we fall right into his trap?
What do we do now, Apollo?
Our case no longer stands without a real yokai. If only we had one.
Bailiff, seize her! It is time I interrogated her as the samurai of your wood.
Mayor Tenma?
This farce is over. How does it feel, seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul?
Tenmataro's true identity is...
Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim that you were the yokai. After all, you had been knocked out cold by a blow to the skull. Slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce.
Confess? The defendant intends to confess.
Wait!
Hello, Prosecutor Blackwell's up to his mind games again.
Mayor Tenma, no! Don't fall for his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinxie will be left all alone. The real killer is...
Mayor Tenma's going to confess unless we do something.
But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. Caw, 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 caw. Look upon me in despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh. I should watch out what I wish for. Caw, 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 foolish mortals. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. Mayor Tenma? Silence! I am Tenma Taro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold, the return of the Demon King. What the...
Well, and I think it's time for me to take a vacation. The witness will, he will explain himself. You're saying you're Tenma Taro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time?
Indeed, it is I, Tenma Taro, the one whom you seek, come to reveal the truth. This child is Tenma Taro, you say? Ha! What nonsense. So, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now? Caw, caw, caw. His body is now mine.
So you're saying that Mayor Tenma is being possessed by you? And that the yokai that Jinxie, Tenma, and Phineas Filch saw, and the one captured in the newspaper photo, those were all you.
The accursed power of these warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form.
Your baldness. Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt?
Well, confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented.
Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned.
Huh?
You claim the yokai that little scamp saw was some third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber, but it was the accused all along.
Yeah?
Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real, in a matter of speaking. For the alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma, and the yokai at the scene. That too was Mayor Tenma, or should I say, our dear friend Tenma Taro. The pieces have all but fallen into place.
How so, Professor Blackquill? Prosecutor Blackquill? I definitely didn't misread that.
Seems I must spell it out for you, class. Mayor Tenma killed the alderman in the Fox Chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the Forbidden Chamber's door. But then fell unconscious from the blow the alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter, Jinxie Tenma, stumbled upon the scene of the crime. The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Tenma Taro freed at last from the charm's warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Tenma Taro then fled from the Fox Chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw her father possessed by Tenma Taro.
Objection!
But when we arrived at the scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How's that possible if he was supposed to have flown out the foyer window?
Then what? Do you mean to say the maid of Kyubi Manor, Jinxie Tenma, was Tenma Taro?
Oh. Huh? Caw! Caw, caw, caw! That, too, is easily explained. Flew about for a time, did I? But presently tired, I made for the Forbidden Chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the Fox Chamber, and I knew no more.
It would seem the pieces are still in place.
Is Blackwell up to his tricks again?
I don't know what to say. Is the defendant a real live?
So the rumor about Mayor Tenma is true. He knew yokai were real.
You mean he really did kill the alderman just so he could release Tenma Taro?
Yeah.
Order, order.
Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai.
It's Simon Says on steroids. He wants to convict our client any way that he can, even if it means blaming a yokai.
The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty. Your baldness.
This is one of those most bizarre cases in my entire career. Otherworldly, in fact. Can yokai even be prosecuted under the legal system?
No,
Or
they
is that
cannot.
like the president.
Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenma Taro to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature.
Since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to.
Silence.
This is the dark age of law where defense attorneys are not to be trusted.
Bro, eat my ass.
This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's daughter, reckoning. Justice?
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence.
Silence.
Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation.
No? Who do you think I am? Lionel Millie's lawyer? How would I just promise not to succumb to anything?
We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. A guilty verdict is all but... Ah!
What's wrong with him now?
Anybody want to take this guy?
Make Shy do it.
Prosecutor Blackquill, we've had enough of your hijinks. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you are in serious violation of that.
Just tase his ass?
The fuck? Fulbright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manner?
Ah, it seems you found that quite shocking. It's my special jolt of justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave.
Did he literally put a shock collar on this man?
Good.
Oh, this is why Lon's missing tonight. Okay, this all makes sense now.
Ah!
Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackquill will remain on his best behavior.
You
You will die screaming.
a bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective?
Well, in that case, this concludes today's deliberations before someone gets too horny. The prosecution and the defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. Court adjourned.
Well, that's a perfect time to end it.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Oh, well done. That was certainly an episode.
My throat hurts.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm glad you had a good time, Dan. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Well, new kink unlocked, I guess.
Shocking.
This game is the gift that keeps on giving. Trauma and therapy bills.
And magic panties.
Apparently. All right, friendos. Let's give you all the cast listing there. And we'll do some outros. Questionably well behaved. It is Shy.
I mean, it couldn't have been that Lon was watching, but anyways, hi, I am Shy. Thank you for having me. It's always a great time when I show up to do this and we have all this fun. Thank you, everybody, for having me, and hey, be good to yourselves and each other. You can also see me Wednesday when we blow up every car in the West Virginia area with Paws, Lon, that thing on the left, and me. Looking forward to that.
True.
Good work, Shy. That's a deep cut.
No lesbian cat boys. Speaking of not being a lesbian or a cat boy, it's Lil Sharky.
Where did that come from?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wasn't it that user's name?
Indeed. But anyway, I started blasting. Hey y'all, I'm Sharky. My voice is tired. I'm old. I'll keep this short. Tell your people that you love them. Vote for Harris. Bye.
Any words of wisdom, Senor Chrisseries?
If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
All right, get out them ball peens.
You heard Chrissy. Start giving handies.
Yep. Where's your Werthers? Right next to the
behind you.
strawberry candies.
Check
Yeah,
behind your
pretty
ear.
sure. I'm pretty sure Chrissy will fill that as soon as he's back from Possum Lodge.
Oh, the Withers original I promised earlier. Just check behind your ear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you goofy goobers. All right, friendos. For me, I'm gonna call it a night. It is 12:30. We are off tomorrow because we are all quite tired, and I need a day to just hang with my wife. I'll give you all the rundown there. These strawberry candies are so freaking good. There's the Discord. If you haven't hung out with us there, I'd recommend it. I ping once a week. That's it. It's nothing crazy, but you can steal a lot of good music and food recipes. We love that. If you haven't checked out the YouTube, I would also highly recommend it. It's a great way to catch up on what you may or may not have missed. If you're a tea drinker like me, check out the blends we put together with our friends over at Adagio, with proceeds benefiting the Trevor Project. There's my wife's Etsy and web store. She's very talented. She crochets quite wonderful things and makes ethically sourced bone jewelry. So if you're into the witchier aspects of life, definitely check it out. And last but not least, you want to support the stream and streamer that little bit extra because Twitch can't figure out the difference between their dick and a hole in the ground. Well, there's the throne wish list. Get yourself some double cooking votes before the month ends. And we shall call it a night and go find someone to raid. Y'all take care. That is the wrong screen. Oops. All right, young whippersnappers.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Code. He's working on some Meat Rod 2 because the first Meat Rod wasn't enough.
Never is.
True. All right, say your goodbyes.
Your goodbyes.
Your goodbyes.
You're fired.